TV to show the world this works so that can get Jake. So Jake is going to be the one in that hour ultimate of temptation, not the world. They would it already.
Right.
People got the mark right now.
Right.
Women got implants right now.
Mm-hmm.
Butts too.
That's beautiful because that's beautiful.
You see?
Yeah. This 1 Peter 4 and verse 12, it says, "Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as those
strange things happen."
Bro.
Right. Strange.
Out of nowhere, man, my car, I don't know what happened. These brothers had to come pick me up for camp for like a couple weeks.
Strange.
Then it just started.
Well, we had a council first.
Yeah.
We had a council first, and the brother was sighing and crying about it, and the spirit jumped on me, man, and because we pray for one another, we communicate with each other to pray for one another, and the spirit jumped on me, man, of just immersed faith, and I said, as soon as I said it's gonna start, it's gonna start, and it started, man. And we went through. He had called a mechanic. We bought new parts. Still didn't start. And then we gathered together. We sent our prayers up. And there you go.
I said, man, it's gonna start. It started.
It's that faith, man.
It's the trust in the
But yeah, you go through strange things, man.
Yep. You really do. Weird things.
Demonic dreams, like your brother said. How you say it?
Sleep paralysis.
Sleep paralysis.
Which that's in the scriptures. That's what the Lord did to the Egyptians. So really, those spirits are supposed to be on the heathen, for judgment. But with us in the battle, we got to go through that too. But the Lord won't give you none you can't handle,
Really, what these fights do is they help build your faith, because you think upon the time the Lord delivered you, and you might go through something in the future, you think upon that.
Yep.
Like, nah, the Lord delivered me here, He's going to deliver me there.
Yep.
Right.
That's why Paul said, neither death nor principalities, because he went through death. He died.
Right, he died.
He died, man.
Right, yeah.
He was shipwrecked thrice. He was beaten. So all those things he went through, in the end of his journey, those gave him more faith and confidence that the Lord has a crown promised for him. So we have to have faith that what we're doing with our faith in the spirit. Always remember, it's in the spirit, because we're in the true hour. We're the true worshipers, so worship the Father in truth and in spirit. So we have to have faith that through the spirit, we have a crown waiting for us as well. See, you have to believe that. Because what else are you doing? What are you doing?
Doing it for it, right.
Right. What are you doing it for? When you get drafted to the NFL, what is your goal at the end of the season?
What's your expectation?
Right.
That's what and I had to learn it too. That's what we're all learning. Expect good.
Yep.
Hope for good.
Yep.
Hope for good. Expect for good. I'll get it for you.
Yep. You want it.
I got it.
Yep. Having a positive mindset, like they say in the world, a positive attitude. That you pray for that. Because we can't always be out here just what the you have your moments, which is fine, but on a normal day to day, or even when you're in public, these people can't tell what we're going through. Because one thing I noticed about Jake, like it says, a fool tells his whole mind. Jake will tell you everything they're going through.
Everything.
And it's kind of like, bro, you shouldn't be talking about that.
Yeah,
but they got no one to talk to.
Call it venting.
Vented. But they don't have the Lord to pray to. So people don't know what we go through. You know what I mean? In our minds or thoughts. Man, I'll be at work and a demon will say, throw coffee in his face.
Man, you listen, bro.
I'm dead ass. I'll be in an interview and the demon said, what would he do if you smacked him? I'm like, oh shit, I'll rebuke you, bro. You know what I mean? But I'm like, yeah, I'm available Tuesday. But in my mind, Zay's over here like, fuck him up.
Real talk.
See?
Real fact.
See?
Run him over.
See? Yeah. See? But what I've learned is confess it. Confess his ass. Out him. So then he'll stop. Like an Edomite. When you out an Edomite, he'll scurry away.
Yeah.
Don't allow him to have power over you. We are princes of power. You see?
That's right.
This is Sirach 2. I just gonna have to start from 1. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, prepare thy soul for temptation, set thy heart aright, and constantly endure.
Now what's that mean? Prepare thy soul for temptation. meaning keep a sober mind in what you're involved in. Like going back with sports. If you're a running back, you are preparing your mind to get hit.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go harder, right? Marshawn Lynch said, I'm going to just keep going over and over and over and over again. So you, in this truth, your mind stays sober, prepared for the temptations that may be at hand. So what comes with that? I want to do a lesson, Lord's will, called defensive prayers. So before you step out of bed, you step out the house, you get behind the vehicle, you go to work. Make my enemies be at peace with me. Give me smooth words.
Yep.
Do this, short my everything. So you're just constantly in a defense.
Yeah, it's beautiful because you know I drive and do deliveries. I pray that I don't get into no accidents. I pray that no animal attack me. I pray that I don't hit anything.
Yeah.
I pray all of that,
Yeah.
man. I pray I make it home safe. I pray I make it there safe.
Yep.
You know?
Right.
Yep. Because they say covering your ass.
Yep.
You know?
Because why? Earlier, we're afraid, you know?
Exactly.
After we leave, this world, wickedness, we're afraid, man.
Going back with Job, have thou not seen my servant Job?
Right.
You know something else, man? Satan to try to make you think you're praying too much.
Yep.
You can't pray enough.
Yep.
You know?
Or Satan will mess with you in your prayers.
Yeah.
I've had to pray and then say, Al-Gharika Shaitan, didn't finish my prayer.
Yep.
Because I'm like, that's not about to go up with my prayer.
Right.
Which the Lord knows our spirit.
Right.
So, but you got to make sure you cover it, because you can't allow that to be entertained.
Yeah, man.
You can't allow that thought to go,
That seed.
And one thing too Satan will do is he will use reoccurring battles that you've already overcome just to see if he can get you again. And what movie proves that? Mortal Kombat. Shang Tsung raised up all of Liu Kang's enemies that he defeated in the past, and then he had to fight all of them at once. You see? Shang Tsung is Satan, man.
Yeah.
Then he used his brother, a dead loved one, to get him. See?
What does he want? Your soul, man.
Because why? He was trying to defeat you in Mortal Kombat when we're immortal.
You're in the spirit. That's why you can't walk in the flesh, man. It's heavy.
Right.
It's this battle, man.
Yeah, bro.
If you're not privy to it,
It can overtake
it
you.
will knock you on your ass.
Yeah.
But are you gonna get up though?
Yep. Yeah, we're all rookies, but it's time to level up into a veteran.
Yeah, man.
You know?
It says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in a time of trouble."
Now, do you know what the word heart means? The etymology?
Heart.
It goes into mind, but ultimately spirit. So set your spirit aright, because you're a spirit. And that's what you're learning is who you are. That's another thing too. You have to learn in this truth is what is your spirit desire. In the world, you could have desired some big booty, duty, Judy, and it's like, ew, now. Before, you didn't care how many men tapped that, as long as you got a feel. But now your spirit is saying, I'm good, bro. Please. And you'll have to actually rebuke the flesh, because the flesh is like, gimme. But your spirit's like, bro, I'm hurt right now. I need to refrain. Please light some incense. You see, so these are things of you setting your spirit aright. Is this good for my flesh or my spirit right now? Because there's times where you'll be in the flesh, but you're controlled in the flesh. I'm like, hey, brother, I'll see you later. I'm in the flesh right now. You know what I mean? You make people with a woman. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of our people are just in the flesh, in the here and now, which is what? Mortal thoughts. We're now learning that we're not mortal, we're immortal. Even though this flesh is mortal, our spirit is immortal. You see?
Right.
It says, "Cleave unto him and depart not away,
Right.
that thou mayest be increased at thy last end."
See? So you cleave, you're not making haste. Okay, a good example of making not haste. You go to the gym to work out, all right? Or you're doing push-ups. You're not doing 5 push-ups to get the results of 100. You're taking the pain. You're doing sets of 20. Boom, boom. You're not making haste. You're dealing with it, and then you become increased from that. So then you learn, okay, I can't make haste in trouble because I'm supposed to learn from it.
Like the Lord, my bad.
No, like when you get put on punishment, you want it to be over, but the point of that punishment is to learn from your mistakes while on it, so when you get off, you don't go back on it.
Right.
That's why he still calls it a correctional facility.
Right.
But he ain't doing shit to correct you in that facility. You see? But this is the real correctional facility. got it, bro.
It says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
And why? Because you're a son. Remember?
Yep.
The chat.
I get that. I get it.
Hebrew,
Yep.
Marar been saying it all day.
All
We're
day.
sons. We're sons, man. So we're taking the chastisement cheerfully because that means the Lord loves us. And a woman has that spirit. A woman will actually say he loves me when he's mean to her. Have you not seen that? Where the woman, like, he beats her, he loves me, right? Right? But that's but it's a spirit that shows you that you will have in a hard time. You know that this is a hard time because you love me. You see? Now, we're not saying that that's okay, but you can identify that's an actual spirit. You know? Hebrews was at 8 and 12 or 12 and 8?
12 and 8. Hebrews 12 and verse, I'll start at verse 6. I'll start at 5. Hebrews 12 and 5. And it says,
as long as you start in the Bible,
right?
He said the word of God.
Oh, man.
The Bible isn't the word of God, but the word of God is in the Bible.
Man.
You got what? The Lord is exposing these wicked shepherds too.
Delete all 8 pages. I don't even.
Good.
No.
And you have to do that. I did the same thing because you have to ground yourself with a specific meal and keep eating off that till you're full enough to where you're like, if I do see it, sweet.
Right, man, because we got that alkaline, good fruits, vegetables. They got GMO. It ain't good.
Yep. It's bland too. And it's the same meal.
Hospital food.
It's the same sloppy Joe. Every day it's sloppy Joe. I want some lamb chops. I want some Brussels sprouts. I like beets.
Every video is about the mall.
Right.
Or something,
or why the baby broke up with Dalia or whatever. What? Right.
Don't you know I'm battling Satan in my head?
How many times are you going to do a Trinity debate?
Oh, nice.
I mean, I watched The Matrix, but dang.
This is the book of Hebrews 12 and verse 5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou, my son.
Yep. There's my son.
Correct. So,
yep.
Despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him.
Right. Like in the world, when the Lord allowed me to be a father, and when I would tell my young one no, I would say, do you know why I'm saying no? I'm not just saying no. I'm telling you why so you understand, so that doesn't cause a discourse between me and you. And then you realize, oh, that was for my good. So when the Lord does things, like good examples, you got to learn when certain doors are shut, you can't just be like, oh man, Satan. You got to think, well, why did the Lord allow that to be shut? Maybe like you may want to get with a woman, but the Lord don't make her interested in you. That's because the Lord don't want you interested in her. Yep. Because you're the prize. He's preserving you. See, he's smacking you on the ass or the hand, right, to keep you in line. That's just
by night, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Verse 6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth.
See, he scourgeth, right? Like Yahweh Shai, which was prophecy, he should be scourged of men. Right. But that prophecy was told in the time of King David concerning his son, which was Solomon. But that never befall Solomon in his time because he had to come back as Yahweh Shai to fulfill that. You see? So that proves the love right there. My son, whom I am well pleased. Brothers go through certain things. That's because the Lord loves you. So that love is shown through chastisement. Right. Very heavy hand. The head becomes rough. Right. Like, what's up, son? And you're like, oh shit. Right. Where your dad throw the football at you is, oh shit, right. You better hold on to that. Right. But that's installing that character as a man that you need in this world. Even without Esau, this is still a rough world.
Concrete jungle.
Not even without Esau, this is a rough world. Imagine as Noah and his sons. Japheth couldn't be no effeminate. You gotta crack trees and break and cut and build and pull and plow. Your hands callous. That's rough. I gave this one Jake. He had to put a door on. I gave him the nails and the fucking drill. And I said, just put this door on. I walked away. I came back. The nigga was on the phone. Like, you can't put a door on the handle. What's wrong with you? And that's in a home. What about trying to build one? See, we don't even have a home yet because we're given the mind to be able to rule it first. So we got to rule ourselves first before the Lord gives us that. Because like if you look up the word test, you're tested before you're used on a worldwide level. So we're being tested right now before we rule. We're about to rule the world, literal nations. So we got to make sure we're in the right spirit to be able to rule them, because Isaiah 11 says he will not judge according to his own heart, but according to the Lord. So the Lord is raising us up to have proper judgment and not emotional one. You see?
That's beautiful. Hebrews 12 and verse 7. If ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons.
And we got to endure chastening to the end.
Yeah.
It says, through much tribulation ye shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. That's chastisement. Tribulation, ups and downs, bumps and bruises. That's chastisement.
And it says, for what son is he whom the father chasteneth not?
See, and Esau is not in trouble as other men, so the Lord don't love him.
Right.
The Lord don't love him. Kyle Rittner getting off. Lord don't love him. You see? Police getting off. Lord don't love him. The Lord don't love Esau. So this is why he can shoot him up, bang, bang, kill him, hang, and he just walks on his merry way.
If I could add, but also their diet. You know, if Jake eats a certain way, they get diabetes, gout. You know, but these eaters, they can eat whatever they want. You know, that's love though.
Yeah.
You know, I gave you this law. Don't eat that way. You're supposed to eat this way. You know?
And now, can you read the love again?
Verse 7. Yep. Hebrews 12 and verse 7. It says, if ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the father chasteneth not?
Real quick, Malachi 1 and 1. The burden, Malachi 1 and 1. It says, the burden of the word of the Lord came to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? So Jake didn't see from the chastisement of the repercussions of the curses, they didn't look at that as love. Because the Lord fulfilled the end of his bargain. Because if the Lord didn't curse us, that means he wouldn't bless us. So he had to curse us to show the love of the blessing. Right? Here's the curses and the blessings. And the blessings are what? Love. I'm going to bless you with this one. Right? It says, wherein hast thou loved us? You're destroyed of a lack of knowledge. I'm trying to show you I love you. Okay? And it says, was not Esau Jacob's brother? Saith the Lord, yet I love Jacob.
Right.
And I hated Esau. So that's why Esau ain't going through it like that.
Right.
You see?
Right. If you think about it, man, he could do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he can say he went to the moon.
Right.
Yeah.
And people will believe him too.
Yeah.
You know?
They do right now.
Yeah.
Right now. So we're learning tough love. That's what it is.
We're appreciating.
We're appreciating what you call tough love.
I learned to when I get up, you know, the Wadi Abba Shemi outside.
Yeah.
Because you have a demon like, fuck, man, we still here. No, the Wadi Abba Shemi outside for waking me up.
Right.
Because I got another day to pray, to repent, do a lesson, to serve you.
Yeah.
Right.
To be grateful for what I have, to be the best brother, the best servant, whatever, man.
Yep.
Right, man. Hebrews 12 and verse 8, it says, but if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons?
Yeah, now you're not going to go every minute of the day through some shit, but you'll have seasons of it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, but the point is the Lord is saying, well, you know, Paul is saying, which the book of Hebrews is canonized by the Lord. All right, it is the word of the Most High through the Spirit. But what Paul is telling you is, look, man, you know, the Lord is going to check you. He's going to do things to you, but understand that that's because he's dealing with you. Now, if he's not doing that, that's because the Lord ain't dealing with you. Right. So he's not trying to correct you. He's not trying to purge you. He's not trying to make you this precious plant, you know, to be a first fruit. It's like you have a plant and you don't care about it. You're not watering. That means you don't care about it. Yep. You know, I got plants in my house. Oh, I got to water it. I got to take care of it because I care about it. So how much more us with the watering? Yahushua said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. Right. Then it said, blessed is he that walketh not in the counsel of ungodly, for he shall be as a tree planted by water. Right. So we're those trees now, you know?
You know, like the foxes always say, if you
look, and that's their tree. You see, and that's their tree.
that tree.
That's that tree of death.
That's that tree you beat Craig with.
That's right. Huh? Hey, you got it.
I was gonna say, like the apostles always say, if you ain't going through something, you should check yourself.
Yeah.
Now that's not to say you should ask. Don't put hell on yourself. But it's seasons.
Yeah.
The seasons you will go through it, and the seasons you don't. Hey, be grateful.
So scriptures like that are to keep in mind when you are going through it, so that gives you peace. That okay, I'm not tripping. The Lord, He dealing with me.
Right.
I know you dealing with me.
Right. Be very careful, man. Do not put hell on yourself for more than what you already got to go through. You can self-sabotage. So be aware.
Well, the scriptures tell you that basically don't kill yourself from what you've messed up on. Because remember, a righteous man falleth 7 times.
Yeah, I like to think of it this way. Like we're babies. Like we're all babies out here. The Lord's bringing us. However long we've been in the truth, then that's how old you are as a baby. So about 5 years, you're a 5-year-old. So what do babies do? They learn how to, before they walk, they crawling, they falling. So you're going to fall, man.
And now they shooting up 5-year-olds.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
But it's grievous, but it's got to happen, and it's a good thing because these are more fires. So this is showing you prophecy. It's about to hit hard. So you as a man looking at little children, it's like that's foul.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, having the mind in the spirit of prophecy, that's necessary evil. You see?
Back in Hebrews 12 and verse 9, it says, "Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live?" Ooh. Right, man. So so first, in the world, our fathers, spanked us, put us on certain things, but it was according to their ordinances.
Because you were bad in school,
right? But now
you whooping my ass because I'm bad in school because I said fuck Columbus,
right?
You know what I mean?
Right, or because you made them look bad.
Right.
You got your clothes dirty.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, and guess what? It's even though in their eyes, it's probably for their their benefit, but it's not. And I'll come to this truth. You know what I mean? It's how about Shema Shai for us, for our benefit. And I read it again. Verse 9 says, "Furthermore, we've had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live?" Right, man. And that's one thing too. A lot of people, they don't take heed to how about Shema Shai, but us we do. Serving Him with all fair sincerity and truth.
I got a quick one. This is Ecclesiastes 7 and 14, pretty much speaking on what the Spirit's got to speak on. It says, Ecclesiastes 7 and 14, "In the day of prosperity be joyful." So here it is, about chastisement. But when the Lord is giving you a good day, hey, Ice Cube said, today was a good day.
Hell yeah.
You do get that too. And brothers and sisters know that. But we also have learned to pain when other brothers pain. We learned that. You had to learn that. I didn't know that first came in. But you learn, all right, if this brother's going through something, we're gonna go through it together.
Bear one another.
We're gonna bear it. But then there's times where we're gonna also bear a good day together.
Right.
So
be happy for a brother.
You're right. So you relish.
When this brother happy, that just made me happy.
Right.
See him happy.
Right.
See your brother.
Right. Yep.
Because it's a spiritual thing.
Yep.
Like even with John and Yahweh Shai, they were happy in the womb.
Yep. When Mary ran into Elizabeth. Yep. Or even Jonathan and King David.
Yeah, that's
they were knitted. He's like, what? Man, here, bro.
That's probably where they get the fusion from.
Right.
Vegeta.
Yep.
Because they were as one.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And because of that brotherly love, Jonathan not only is a disciple, but he's of the elect and the house of David because he made a covenant with David before he died in battle.
Yeah, even though he saw his son, he saw the house of David.
Yep. Because Jonathan honored his father as far as he could. Because you honor your parents, but you're being wicked. I can't honor your wickedness.
And Jonathan is a man of the Lord.
Yeah, he made a covenant with David like
Twice. Yeah, twice. Yeah.
He has faith. That man possessed great faith.
Yeah.
Him and his armor bearer went up against, I believe, like a troop of Philistines.
Yeah.
Overcame them.
And he was spiritual. He said, if they accept us, then the Lord gave us to their hand. And they took out 20 of them.
Yep.
10 to each man.
Yep.
You know?
That's a lot, bro. That's a lot.
They can't do that. They can't do that right.
10 men?
Kyrie Irving can maybe take out 3 going to the hole.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But fighting, literally fighting, nah.
10?
And can you take it there? That's the question.
Those Philistines, bro. Those some tall ass Africans.
Yeah.
Big, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, big dumb bodies.
Jake was intimidated by them, so they didn't want to go to the land. They came back with an evil report. You know, that's why only Joshua and Caleb could enter the land.
And it says, Ecclesiastes 7:14, in the day of prosperity, be joyful. The wadi Yahweh Shemashai. Thank you, Yahweh Shemashai. You know? And we do that a lot too. We thank the Lord a lot. And it says, but in the day of adversity, consider. So consider what you're going through in the situation, you know, and what you can learn from it and not make haste, you know, and how to handle it.
Right, I'm glad you said it. I wanted to speak on that because what you go through, you know, you're going to lose things like you may lose women, jobs, cars. You even may lose your children, but those L's are really not losses, they're lessons. So just ask Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you know, please help me learn what I need to learn from this. Because it's all learning experience, because we're all still students out here, man. You know?
And the Lord will bring you to the point where you're going to be like, please perform a miracle. I'm serving you. I believe in your name. Please do something. Help me. I need help, please. And the Lord like, hey, go handle that.
Bro, you go through some financial you know
some woes.
Yeah, financial woes, heartache.
And it's always seasons. You know, it's a season. Because remember, Satan tempted Yahushua for a season, you know? And remember, it says in Ecclesiastes, there's a season for all things. You see? So you may be going through a season where it feels, you know, like as winter, but someone else is a season of summer. You know what I mean? And that's why he said, you didn't dance when I danced or lamented when I lamented.
Right, yep.
Talking about Jake, because it's like we're in a season of crying. They're in a season of mirth. You know? And it says the Most High also has set the one over against the other to the end that man should find nothing after him. Yeah, just slide there.
Water, brother. Yeah, we said. They didn't say it was going crazy.
Yeah. Well, that's that hurricane. What's the name of it? I didn't even get the name of it.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, is there a name for that?
You got tornadoes.
Yeah. That's the Lord visiting the earth. That's the Lord visiting the earth. And then you had a brother who said last time there was a hurricane or whatever or tornado that came down there. He said he watched it pass his house.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wait, but watch that.
You can see it.
Wow.
Do I skip up a few more? Where are you, brother?
I got to
Yeah, that was that one. I was actually looking for a different one, but that sufficed.
All right, I'm gonna read down to verse 11, Hebrews 12, and I got more precept of this. Hebrews 12 and verse 10. For they verily for a few days chasten us after their own pleasure, right? Going back to earlier, you know, even though they may chastise us, but it's for their benefit.
Right, so that you can graduate college, you know.
You can make it on the varsity team.
Yeah.
You can make them look good. Yeah,
like Little Giants.
right, like
Yep.
You know, like my child went to graduate high school. My child in college. You know?
My child's in a fraternity.
Yep.
Exactly.
And it says, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness. Now no chastening for the Now no chastening for the present seeming to be joyous,
right,
but grievous.
Bro, you ever go through some kidney stones, bro? You go through something, man. You like, what is going on?
And hey, man, that chastisement could be mental, you know, spiritual, physical, you know, on all levels, man. You know, like think about it. We're serving the King of the universe. You know, you're gonna have some high level chastisement.
Strange things happen.
Fire trial. Yeah, man. And it says,
hey, I remember one time we was all together and the brother was gonna leave, and then someone's car broke down in the driveway, so he couldn't leave. And then I got mad because I'm like, yo, man, what are you doing in our driveway? But I had the spirit like stop me, like, yo, the Lord's doing this. And then he came up and was like, we're broke down. We're probably gonna be here for like an hour and a half. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. And then the brother was like, I'm gonna just drive over the. It was a winter. I'm gonna just drive over the snowbank to get around him. He drove over the snowbank and got stuck. And he's like, I think I'm supposed to stay. Yeah, I think you should just stay, bro. Yeah. But Jake, you know, you gotta learn that. You know, you're like, all right, the Lord's speaking right now. I'm gonna just stay.
And it goes on to say, nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceful fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. You know, and guess what, man? You know, just like working. You know, you constantly work to get a paycheck. You know, right now, Yahweh Shema Shai is putting us through the furnace of adversity, you know, to be tried, so that way, when we are exalted, we get that penny. That penny, you know, that perfection, if you will.
To be joint heirs, because really what we're striving to be is a joint heir with Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
To partake in the rulership of the earth in a righteous manner.
Take partakers to be the first fruits of the house, the kingdom of David. Because the kingdom of heaven on earth will be established through the kingdom that was given unto David, all right, enforced through the promise of Yahweh Shai.
And Solomon got a taste of that.
He really did.
It's going to really manifest when Yahweh Shai come back forever.
Right.
You know?
Right. Which proves the kingdom will be on earth. You know? And we'll have our land and the rest of the earth. You know? Because this is ours.
You know, I was going to say, why would the Lord make the earth and then we die and then we go to heaven and what's going to happen on the earth?
Right.
You know, it's just going to be there, destroyed.
Being wicked.
Like the dust.
It said, who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? So who's going to be the governing rulers of righteousness to keep and establish order on earth?
Right.
You know? Because we...
My bad.
Now I say, because we see how the earth is ran when we're not in rulership, in righteous rulership. I mean, you know,
right? The earth needs righteous rulers. Man. It really does, because look at the animals. You know, everything is out of whack. You know, as it says in Psalms, all the foundations are out of place. You know.
Yeah, and I want to say this. Now, this is on a small scale pertaining to animals and the terribleness. But you had the Edomites. They were recording themselves driving down the street, speeding because there was a raccoon on their hood. So instead of stopping the car to let it off, they sped up and the raccoon jumped and they ran it over and they all laughed. I'm like, what the? That's just crazy to me, you know? Like how these heathens treat the creation.
Right.
You know?
Honestly, I didn't really appreciate the creations for animals until I came into the truth. Because it says the righteous man regarded the life of his beast.
That's right.
Yeah. I didn't appreciate that until I came into the truth. But now I love animals. Animals are fire. Man.
Yeah.
I seen this video where there's a man laying down on the side of the road. The horse came, laid down next to him so he could climb on. So he could take him to get help.
Oh, that's fire.
Animals are compassionate.
Yeah, bro.
They sense your spirit. They comfort you.
Yeah.
You know.
I got a quick one pertaining to the world. This is 2nd Ezra 6:57. This is a goodie. Because Edris was in that spirit, like, yo, this is for us. What's going on? You mine. That's why Joseph was like, she mine. What I gotta wait for?
Right.
She mine. Come over.
Right.
You know?
Right
Right though?
Right.
That's